Cosplay here, and today, you guessed it, we're doing another unboxing. But there's something different about this one. It's going to be an unboxing and try-on video. Today I am going to be opening up the Winter Warrior costume from HalloweenCostumes.com. That's actually where I got my Alice in Wonderland costume. They're really inexpensive but still really nice quality Halloween costumes. Everyone is always surprised when I say it's a Halloween costume. It's really, really nice. The sleeves are puffed from the inside. It has really nice detail. Lots of people have even said that they like my dress better than the parks, and it's also been confused as a secret honey dress. It's not, and when people say that it's a secret honey dress, and I know for a fact it's the Halloween costume, you're not slick. I know. Anyway, I am really excited to open this costume. If you couldn't already tell by looking at me and thinking to yourself,
wait a minute! Who are you?
This is my not completely styled, not completely cut Arya wig. When I took selfies of it a few weeks ago, I strategically tossed all of my hair behind me to make it look like it was a lot shorter. But it's just going to fall on my shoulders anyway during this video, so who cares? So, let's get into it. This is a size small. I had been waffling back and forth between small and medium based on the numbers, but the small matched my measurements a little bit better. So when we actually do the try-on, we'll see how well that holds up. So it also says that it's from fun.com. My Alice costume came with the same packaging. I still don't know if it's fun.com or halloweencostumes.com. Either way, it is a reputable source. They might just have a different person's shipping them, so that's fine with me. I don't know who this little Muppet guy is, but he's on their website. I trust him. So let's start opening. This go around I actually brought scissors because we've seen unboxings with me before without scissors. For this video, I will also be going over the cat's paw dagger and needle that are officially licensed by HBO. They're from Neptune Trading Company. I bought those a little while ago off of Amazon, so I'll throw in a little review of those as well. Alright, so here it is. It has HalloweenCostumes.com, and this is the Woman's Winter Warrior costume. So we know who that is. We know it's Arya. So I had thought about getting this costume. I had also thought about getting Angel Secret, Pro Cosplay. Anywhere that they had Arya, I was looking at it. I was looking at the price. I was looking at the materials of the skirt and the jerkin in particular. I was looking to see if they came with frogs, which is where you put your weaponry if you're not familiar with that term. And Halloween costumes, while it had the price point that I really wanted, I was not keen on the fabric choices. Plus, not to mention, a lot of the times that Arya is in frame, she's wearing two different outfits. So as you can see, according to my research, Arya does in fact have a blue skirt and a brown skirt. Now, I like the look of the blue and brown better together, but it's also really hard to tell whether or not it's season 7 or season 8. Now, a lot of the promotional work does have a blue skirt for Arya, and then you do have some moments where she's wearing brown, like when she's about to kill the Night King, with this particular strange squarular pattern. So she does wear it. And then she does wear a blue skirt while fighting Brienne in the courtyard at Winterfell, and then wears brown to dump Gendry. It looks like the jerkin is pretty much the same, but she's either wearing a blue skirt or a brown skirt. And when I first saw this costume, I really was not keen on the material for the skirt and the cape. To me, it almost looked kind of hairy, if that's even like a good adjective. I'm just going to put it out here. That's not a good adjective to use when it comes to fabric. But upon closer inspection, that squarular shape is exactly what it looks like. Alright, so let's check out this costume. I did see it in person when I went to the Renaissance Fair. Our party did have a small Game of Thrones offshoot, and one of our party members was Arya in this particular costume. I really liked the jerkin up close, and from what I saw, unfortunately to her detriment, she wasn't feeling well, so she was able to take the sleeves of the jerkin off. For the purpose of this unboxing, I probably will not take the jerkin sleeves off unless I absolutely must take them off because I don't feel like tying them back on. But that is a really nice feature, so if it's not fitting you properly or you need to take it off without taking off the rest of the jerkin top, that's a good thing to note. Alright, so this costume says that it comes with a jacket, belt, skirt, and cape. I guess it doesn't come with leggings, and it does not come with gloves. There are other costumes and costumers out there that do come with pants, and they do come with gloves. I have gloves if I really wanted to wear them. I have leggings. I'll live. Alright, okay. So of course the first thing I see is the cape with the hairy looking fabric. So if you're wondering what that expression was, it's me eating my words. Okay. So it's nicely packed. This is probably the nicest it will ever be folded again. Just kidding, I'm going to put it on a hanger. So let's unwrap this. Oh, okay. So the cape is the first thing I've unraveled. Okay. So the fabric does look a little worn. Not like in a, like somebody already wore this kind of way, but it has like a frayed material to it. Normally I don't like raw edges on things. I guess this is the intended style. But, you know, a girl can live with it. Okay. I thought it smelled weird for a second, but it just smells like fabric. This seems like pleather, which is nice. I hope that's not too terribly sweaty. And there is a Velcro. So I guess I would have to slip this over my head before I put the wig on. Well, that's gonna be fun. Or I could just unlace it. There's that. We'll see how I'm feeling, if I even want to put it on. I probably will. Alright, so next we have the jerkin. There is Velcro along the back, so I guess that's how you get into it. I thought that maybe you'd have to undo all of the twining here. This looks like suede or faux suede ties. It's also on the jerkin arms, which I guess is where we would remove them if we needed to. So that's nice that it doesn't have to slip over your head. You can just open it from the back. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Velcro pieces. And if for some reason they should, you know, start to come off or pull apart, you can easily tack that down. This costume was $69.99 plus shipping, so it wasn't terribly expensive for a costume. I think my Alice costume might have been $40. So, you know, if I have to tack the Velcro back on, not the end of the world. So here's the belt that it was included with. I hope this fits me. This seems, at the same time, too long and too small for me. So it's nice that it has some grommets. One of them is a little off-kilter in the middle, but, you know, whatever. If I have to punch more holes in here, we have awls. We've done it before, and we'll probably punch more holes into things. The buckle seems pretty nice and sturdy. Doesn't seem like it's about to pop off or anything. It's a little crinkled, but that's what happens when you're in plastic for a really long time, so that's fine. And here is the skirt. Now this was the part I was the least excited for. I don't know whose waist this fits. This looks like a child's waist. Granted, it is elastic, so it can probably fit my waist. But again, it has the frayed look to it on the little squares. It does have a strip of the same jerkin material, the pleather, along the bottom of the skirt and what I think is the front. I would definitely have to take a look at a reference image of her skirt, because guess what? None of the reference images are the same. Or I could just look at the picture. And that part of the skirt is the back. So there you have it. Just like I said, I do have the officially licensed HBO needle and cat's paw dagger. I actually just threw out the boxing because I was cleaning up my basement and rearranging our weapon storage. If I ever wanted to sell these in the boxes, they mean nothing, I guess, because I threw out the commemorative cardboard. Oh well. So here's the cat's paw dagger. It's really nice. It was about $30. If you look up close, it does have very fine filigree detail on it. Again, here's the little gems. It's fairly hefty for a dagger. It does have nice little finger grooves, whether or not that was meant for the show or just for funsies. Has a comfortable grip to it. There isn't much in the way of shading on here, but that's fine. If I wanted to add that myself, I can. So this is about the length of my thigh, so it's fairly large. And Fairwind asked me when she was getting needle and cat's paw out for me, she's like, are these to scale? I think they are. They're not particularly large weapons, and Arya is not particularly tall, so they're probably more in scale to Maisie Williams' height than mine. So here's Needle. Oh, I'm surprised she fit all in the frame. This is about the length of my leg, so she's fairly light. She's actually a lot lighter than the cat's paw dagger. There is a little wear in the paint right about here, but that's probably, you know, like a factory mistake. I won't hold it against them. There's a little bit on the pommel, so whatever. This was also around $30, so what do you want for 30 bucks? It's really nice. I know a lot of people in the reviews were complaining that it came damaged and the tip was folded. Didn't have that problem. Another reason why I didn't keep the boxes is because I opened them the wrong way. So even if I did try to resell Needle or Cat's Paw in the boxes, I already ruined the boxes. So it would do me no good. But super light. I can hold it with my left hand. I am not left-handed, but I can definitely try doing this. Woo! There you go, Night King. So let's get on to the try-on part, because that's what you're all here to see. Alright, with some assistance from Fairwind Cosplay to get the jerkin on me, and it took an insanely long amount of time to get a cape over my head, we're in. So these gloves are mine, these leggings are mine, these boots are mine. There is no frog, but I have to say I'm really impressed with the quality of this costume. And the more I look at the fabric choices, I really don't dislike them as much as I thought I would. They look from afar really textured and really nice because they are really textured. But I think the quality and the frayed parts of the fabric are starting to grow on me. They do look a little bit more war-torn and battle-ready. The jerkin is really nice. It is a little tight across my shoulders. I do have very broad shoulders. Everything else about it fits fairly fine. It's not too short on my wrists, and I do have mobility of my arms because of the lacing on the shoulders for the jerkin. But you know, if I have to, I can always add a modesty panel on the inside just so that it doesn't look like it's popping open at the seams, which it kind of is, but it's still comfortable. It's not terribly tight or anything. It's not causing me any pain or discomfort. It's just, I have broad shoulders, is what it is. Anyway, the skirt also fits really nicely. It is kind of weird that the tag for the skirt is on the front, and the back is the part that has the leather opening. I did check a reference image of Arya, and the packaging has no slit in the front. So that's just a little strange thing that I noticed. And the cape, for being a cape, it was a two-person experience, and once we got it on, it looks great. But it was a little tricky to do, and I probably would need help every time I get into it. Alright, so I'm out of costume. Final thoughts. So when I put on the belt, on the model, it seems like there's a D-ring somewhere on her belt to let it hang lower. I don't actually know how it's supposed to work like that. I did say earlier in the video that the belt looks simultaneously too small and too long. Turns out it's a little too long, so I probably will have to punch more grommets into it just so that I can tie it securely around my waist, and I would probably have to cut off some of the excess part of the belt just because it hits well past my knee when I'm standing up. So that's a temporary fix or a minor fix that I can definitely handle. Another thing that I'm not keen on is that the fabric on the skirt and the cloak does shed a little bit, and it's like a tan kind of color. Most of this costume is dark brown, so it does show up that it's shedding, and I don't have any cats or dogs or pets like that, so I'm not really used to seeing things shed on my clothes. But I will look into something to make it not fray as much or shed. If any of you guys have any suggestions, link those in the comments because I don't want to shed all over people. Other than that, the jerkin itself was nice. I know I said that I have a little bit of tightness in the shoulders, but with the cape covering it, if I don't feel like velcroing it, no one will know. So if you see me in person, no one knows if my actual jerkin is velcroed. There's a 100% chance that it will be because I will feel self-conscious about it, but you don't know that for a fact. So here is my review on the HalloweenCostumes.com Winter Warrior costume. That is Arya Stark inspired. When I get around to it, I'll actually style this wig properly, that way it doesn't look strange. I think I look very anime Arya Stark. But, you know, that's also not a bad thing. Anyway, I'm really excited to get to try this costume out. I was thinking of wearing it to Long Island Comic Book Expo in November. So, this is Aurelian Cosplay signing off, and thanks for joining me on this unboxing and try-on. See you soon!